So Deadly Sins Retribution had a testing, and right now Fabiox and I are spending most of our days working on the game. And in this video you'll see things we posted in the Discord chat and some footage of things not posted in the Discord chat, and I'm going to be talking a little bit, explaining what's going on. So basically, right after we closed the game, we decided to get into like a little bit of a chat, decide what we're going to do next, and we decided on a few things that we want to have in the release. One of the things being a dungeon system, another thing being more than one map to visit, and another thing being NPCs to speak to, shops for weapons and so on. And we also want to go further with the race skills. So if you have any ideas, comment down below any race skill ideas or any magic ideas you have that you want us to add by release or maybe a little bit after release. If you also have any clan ideas, like people want giant in the game, if you have any ideas like that, do comment that down below. I'm reading the comment section, and remember the rule: the top liked comments are easier to read than a bunch of people spamming the same comment. So if someone posted a comment that's your idea already, just like their comment and I'll be able to read them better. But the first thing you're going to see is the first dungeon. You might be able to recognize this from the original series. This is the Baste dungeon, or the Bast dungeon, the one that Bon was locked up in. And in this dungeon, it's pretty obvious what you're going to do. I'm not going to say anything. All I'm going to say is I think it looks pretty good. I pulled an all-nighter to make this, so it was pretty fun making that. And then I'm going to put an image comparison for the two right about now. Now, as you can tell, the differences between the two are pretty noticeable. Some of it's a little bit different, but I really don't mind that. For now, what really matters is what happens when you go inside. Now, the next thing is Estar. Now, this is finished. The only thing that's left is changing up the skybox, which is the sky at the top. So if you look up, it doesn't look like Estar's sky. We're going to be changing that up so it can match it in the future, or in the near future, hopefully. Just so you guys know, we are going to try to fix that up so that in the release, when this is added, hopefully in the release actually, I think it's almost done. Hopefully when we get it added in the release, the map and everything will be finished, the skybox will be changed. This is basically where you're going to be fighting an NPC. There may also be a shop in here for the players that are in it. That way it's a little bit easier for them to just shop in this area instead of having to look for a shop in the main map. Now, after Estar, there is other things we made. Some basic things, really. Like the first thing that I can really list off the top of my head is the shop. Now, with the shop, when it comes to this, it's going to be pretty basic. You buy things. We might also have an option to sell things. I don't know just yet. We haven't properly discussed it totally, but you can see the shop has some things that you can get in-game. Now, we're also thinking about making it so spins can be purchased with in-game money. That way it's a lot more fair for players. Just keep that in mind. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is weapons. When it comes to weapons, there is going to be a lot of different things. Fabiox kind of mentioned it in the Discord chat, so if you're in the Discord chat, link is down below, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. We did think that weapons shouldn't just be basic things like swords and stuff like that and shields. We're thinking of having like dual daggers, scythes, and everything. So if you have any ideas, do comment them down below for weapons. Remember, top comments are easy to read if it's the same idea for everybody, so just like the comment that shares the same idea as you, and so on, so that way I can just read the easiest comments to read. Especially if there's a lot of ideas in it, it's a lot more easy to read those than it is to read people just spamming comments in the comment section. Now, weapons, we might have a crafting system, we might not. I haven't determined that yet with Fabiox, but just know that weapons will be pretty cool to fight with. Other than just the one basic sword, we do want to have different types of weapons. Now, the next thing I want to show you is something that Fabiox whipped up recently. Hellblaze looks really cool, so if you have this, you can basically, when you slash a sword, it's going to be a different type of slash. It's going to be looking different because you are different. You're not just going to be a basic player with a basic slash, so your slash will be changing alongside the Hellblaze. And it's pretty cool because Fabiox is thinking that when you slash your swords, it could possibly look like this. That way players with Hellblaze are more noticeable and it doesn't feel like you're just doing basic slashes. It feels really cool to use it, and visually it's just stunning to look at. Like, imagine slashing with this coming out and people are like scared of you. That's really cool. And then the last thing I want to show you is the tier 2 Goddess Clan wings. Basically, there's going to be different types of stuff in the game in the future, so don't worry about how the wings look right now. These are basically the next tier. There's going to be more than one tier for things too, guys, just so you know. But I think this looks really cool. With the Goddess fight in the game as well, it's so awesome to play the game. If you've never tried Goddess Clan, I highly recommend trying it out because it's so much fun to be the Goddess race in the game. Now, what's left for 7 Deadly Sins on release? People don't know what's left. Honestly, Fabiox and I still need to get into a call and discuss the exact things we need. We know what we have to get done right now, and I'm working on a new map right now. I'm not going to say what it is, but just know it is in the human realm. It's in the human realm. It's not going to be the fairy forest or anything like that. It's going to be in the human realm, basically. And in this place, it's going to be somewhat large. It's going to be fairly large. And it's going to be really fun for the players, hopefully. There's going to be more things for the players to do. So on the starter map, we're going to try to make it like how Final Stand is with Earth, Namek, and so on. So we're either going to make it so there's a level requirement, or the players can just go to the area if they maybe like go to someone that the NPC takes them to the area. We haven't really determined it yet, but most likely it's going to be similar to Final Stand, so reaching a certain level requirement. And also I know a lot of people did complain about the leveling up system in the testing and how difficult it was. Just know that that was only temporary. It will probably feel more fluid. I don't know how easy it's going to be compared to the testing. It could be easier, it could be more difficult, and we just have a lot of options for the players to do to level up, like training, going to Estar, fighting NPCs, doing quests, and so on. So just know that hopefully there's going to be more than 2 ways to level up, because I think in the testing we only had killing NPCs and doing quests. Hopefully we'll have more than just those ways. So just be patient with us. If you have any ideas for magic, weapons, race skills, clans that you want added to the game, like giant clan and stuff like that. Also, if you have any ideas for quests, comment them down below. If you have any ideas for things for the player to do other than just quests and fighting NPCs, like maybe fishing and stuff like that. If you have any ideas for just enjoying the game that you think would keep you and other players in the game, like something you would devote yourself to, like maybe fishing and you can get a rare item from that, tell me in the comment section down below. Because I am trying to get a lot done, and Styzmask is trying to get a lot done as well. We're just trying to make sure that this release goes well, and we have a lot more content than we did in the testing, because the testing just felt like a grind fest. We're not trying to make this game a pure grind game. Of course it's going to have grinding, but it should also have some other fun elements to it for the player to enjoy. That way it's not just killing NPCs and doing quests. It shouldn't just be that. And I think a fun game is going to be more than just killing NPCs and doing quests. A fun game is going to be something you can devote most of your time to during your free time to enjoy and just play with your friends or play alone and whatever you want to do. For the map that I'm working on, once I do finish like 90% of it, I think Styzmask and I will start posting more about it. We just aren't posting nearly anything about it right now because we want to get things done before we like show any sneak peeks at all, because I'd rather have a complete product to be shown than a work in progress product sometimes. Like sometimes it's okay for me to show you guys like something I'm working on, or Styzmask can show you something he's working on. But when it comes to maps, I'd rather show you like the nearly finished product or the finished product. That way you guys can see the vision we had for it instead of trying to assume what we're going for. If you understand what I mean, like for Estar, I showed you it because it was like 90% complete. It's only lacking like 1 or 2 things or 3 things, like the shop, the NPC to fight, and then the skybox. And then for the dungeon, that's pretty much complete. All it's lacking right now is the NPCs to be put into it and the system to be implemented into the game. It's really not going to be too difficult to add up to it. But then when it comes to the new map, if you have any guesses for what it is, you can go ahead and comment it down below. Just know that it is in the human realm. That's the only hint I'll be giving. And it's going to be as large as the starter map, maybe larger. I don't know just yet. The starter map I think was about like 4,000 by 4,000 last time I checked. It might be a little bit smaller, but I think it's about 4,000 by 4,000. And that's a pretty large map. That's how big the Craft Knight Crusaders first map is. So just know that map size is something that we take not lightly, but something we take seriously. Like map size, if you're making a game, don't make a game larger than 4K by 4K, because after that, with smooth terrain, it gets a little bit difficult to handle. If you don't do smooth terrain, I understand what you're doing, but like with smooth terrain, it's really difficult to make a 4K by 4K or larger map that doesn't, you know, take a long time to load into, because as well as scripting, building has to be done properly as well. So games that do large maps are pretty good at that because they either do parts or they know how to use smooth terrain pretty well. And when it comes to 7 Deadly Sins Retribution, I don't know when we're going to release the game. If you want to join the Discord chat, link is down below. But I wanted to make this video just to show you what we've been doing. If you're in the Discord chat, you've seen like almost every sneak peek I just posted, except for maybe like Estar or something like that. Now Styzmask might be posting more sneak peeks soon because Styzmask has been working on some new stuff, and I might be posting some sneak peeks soon as well. It's just that I want to get the new map that I'm working on hopefully complete by the end of the next weekend coming up. So hopefully it's done within like the next week or less that I can get it done, because it's a fairly large map and it's very important to the players, because I don't want to make the game only have 1 map. The game should have 1 or 2 maps on release and then more maps after that. That way the game doesn't get boring. Now, if you have any ideas, make sure to comment them down below, like the top comments so I can read them. Make sure you subscribe and leave a like on the video if you did enjoy it, and join the Discord chat for Deadly Sins Retribution. Remember, link is down below to that. Till then, it's been your man Roball. I'm signing out now. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this little like dev progression note. If you want more of this, just leave a like and then I'll know you guys want more of it. Till then, it's been your man Roball. I'm signing out now. See you all in the next video. Take care, everybody.